Let's get. Actually,
Once upon a time, floating isles.
Hey girls, can y'all be
His mother
quiet?
called him to her deathbed. Sweat that you rasped reluctantly. He swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music,
talk quiet,
cards,
okay?
and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad.
Here, should I put in
He
some
built
background
universities.
music, guys?
Then
Or something?
people
Just
started
put it
whispering
in the
about
comments. Tell
mass
me.
graves in the woods, midnight rituals, The Ravens
Okay,
had come
guys, I'm
back with
back.
dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave, dumb, and wanted to join the rebellion. Bernardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
Hope you like this game. Let's get straight. I already said that. I already said that.
I love to play so dark and stuff and scary.
Okay, I guess this is the part where we play. I haven't even played this game at all. I downloaded this game today, guys. It's sunny outside today. I just got home from school, man.
I could have had all 4 of them done, but I ended up having some trouble with the sway bar. Has got a green link that connects to the strut.
If the people
The kid
who
was looking
made
down,
this game is watching,
watching his city
they
burn.
did some.
Sorry,
Oh,
kid. Bernardo told the kid.
there's some great
Look,
graphics.
if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Renato had to run after him.
Okay, I think I'm Renato. Okay, I can fight. So, protect Peter.
The 2 ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. Hey, Renato said. They cocked their heads at him. Pick on someone as ugly as you. Wait, didn't come out right. For the Emperor! The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
Wow, that's fun. That had some good graphics as well. Okay.
A dropship flew overhead. Hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
Let's do this. Got him.
Oh, right.
This is fun so far, guys.
Hero.
Oh, by the way,
Someone's idea
download this game.
Making the skyship docks.
Y'all did some good stuff.
Hero sword to open it. And the kid
This is a
something
very
outside
fun
the
game
gate.
so far.
Let you through. Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere, and neither are you. Try and stop me. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot. He had guts. Where was Renato going to get a hero sword?
And I got.
Well, let's go over here. Since we can't go through there, let's open this chest.
And quintessence? That sounded perfect. A hero sword. Gw2.
Well, that's...
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook and she laughed at Renato's jokes.
It better do some more damage, because I didn't craft this sword for nothing.
And she made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. White-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you.
I guess.
Cute, said Renato. Ah, ravens.
Or do you want me to get the chicken nuggets in the oven? Or do you want one of the chicken sandwiches?
It was time to talk some
I've got
sense to
some
the kid.
chicken patties.
Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid
Which
down.
one do you think you'd
The
like?
thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his
I'll
own
have-
skills.
Forget about it. I'm not really hungry right now.
What would you like to eat?
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely
Scooter,
forgot.
get away.
Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Right, well,
Well, this is fun so far.
And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. So the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! The kid ran for it. And a gauntlet nailed him with its ivy.
No, Peter.
yeah, you just need to stay. Get against something that's locked.
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes. A kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Renato picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway. What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out.
Wait.
All that had been years ago.
Are we flying?
How many? The war was a blur. And now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him.
No, actually, I'm gonna have to box.
running, rebel? Cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. Just going out for milk? Renato
Hey,
yelled back.
Lillian.
Where
Lillian.
can you run?
Lillian.
The Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven, a sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time, unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper.
Are you gonna fry some bologna? Do y'all want a fried bologna sandwich? Yes.
I guess.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
Well, this is off to a good start. Guys, please like the video. That would do a
As he set
lot.
foot on the island, Renato could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lapino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Raven. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten
I don't even know where to go, guys.
Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Oh, hi! I got my little pony back. Blind bag. My little pony blind bag. Bye, big girl. I can't wait to see what I got. Thank you. I hope I get a pony for my husband. I hope I get a pony. Yes, I can. There's another one you left thing. I'm gonna open it first. Hey, Aiden, what are you playing?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
I see what you're playing. You're playing My Little Pony blind bag. Look, Aiden, we got My Little Pony blind bag. Look, Aiden. My Little Pony blind bag. My Little Pony blind bag. My Little Pony on the bed. My Little Pony blind bag. Grandma, I love this. I like it.
That's what Lily bought you that while we were in the drugstore. She found it.
Well, I found some zoom. Yeah, at Walmart. And Mom said I couldn't.
A leafer? That was
I
new.
can't wait to
Most
see
people
the
still use
pony.
doorknobs.
My pony. Hey, when I growing up feeling my mommy, I'm gonna wait. I will have right. I will.
once again, Renato was dead right. Or actually just dead.
Okay, guys. I'm just like, this is hard, guys. I'm gonna do a new game.
Once upon a time, the infamous rover Renato.
Because I couldn't do
wandered the
that
foot
one.
of
Save
Then
friends.
his mother called him to her deathbed. Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows. She rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about graves in the woods. Midnight rituals, victims screaming.
You already saw.
The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. Bernardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
You got that, what a sweet home. Oh, what a sweet little pony. Oh. You gotta say, support me when I'm doing stuff. Oh, God, I hope I got some right. Did you, Mr. You wish to have a prayer?
It was looking down,
No?
watching his city burn. Sorry, kid, Renato told the kid. Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Renato had to run after him.
Okay, this is gonna be easy because I know all the things. And I obviously won't die. Protect Peter. Carry the chick.
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. Hey, Renato said. They cocked their heads at him. Pick on someone as ugly as you. Wait, that didn't come out right. For the Emperor!
And your pony
Ravens
has to
cawed and
stay
rushed at him. A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid. Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. Or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere. And neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Have to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot. He had guts. Where was Renato going to get a hero sword? You could forge a hero sword here. I'm going to need ore.
What's the matter, honey? Here's a cat. Oh, here's a cat, sister. I don't have no. I don't know if you want to go.
I hope nobody minds if I use this stuff. Hero sword. QVD.
Let's have a blind bag. Is that thing what kind of pony you got? Let's have a blind bag contest. Okay.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook and she'd laughed at Renado's jokes. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you. Cute, said Renado. Oh, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired.
See you later.
Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills. It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he thought, the more he'd probably remember. And there was the funnel. She could do the Kester run in 12 furlongs. So the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! The kid ran for it, and a goggler nailed him with its ivy.
Oh, he's right there! He's right there!
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it, why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Renado picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
Delivery! Your delivery. Thank you. Is that okay? What pony do I have? What other pony do I have? What other ponies do I have?
What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out.
I did another pony.
All that had been years ago. How many? War was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. Where are you running, rebel? Poured the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renado could see them cranking up their catapults. Just going out for milk? Renado yelled back. Where can you run? Laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life! It called. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Renato could bring a game changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where to find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lupino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato
This is good so far.
Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lupino, Sky Ripper.
Oh, he left.
Hi, sister. Let's go to her.
Eeny, meeny,
I'm gonna go to
meeny, miny, moe, catch up, tiger, fight.
Ah, Lupino. Apparently, the mad rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lupino always wiggled out of trouble given time, but he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lupino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
My sister. Oh, but she's probably at her house. No, sister. Wait.
Okay, guys. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe. Please spam the like button and spam the subscribe button. Please.
Lupino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen the winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
I got the one pony last night because I got so much money. It's in the liver.
If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
This is some good graphics.
This is probably my sister. Sister, I got my own. That's yours. I'm gonna take this delivery back. This on the wall. Delivery girl.
The Ravens had taken the town.
Knock, knock.
Renato had seen villages empty like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret rituals. Renato hoped the people were just hiding.
And she has a bit.
Renato's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
Hi, best friend.
Don't we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No?
Bye, everyone. Bye, Dad. I hope you have a birthday.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
Someone caught me off guard a second ago and they left.
Bernardo felt a little better.
I wasn't picky, okay?
You're a girl, Mama.
Why can't I get some pizza, man?
Wait, let's have a cookie.
I got some more ore.
Honey, do I look fantastic?
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacked. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Man, that combat report was...
Bernardo felt a chill run down his back. Or possibly a flea.
Oh, our blood bag. Oh, thank you, ma'am. You know what we got? A new blood bag. I don't have anything. Well, just open it and see. Look at China. Hey, China. Can you help my daughter open it?
Let's just keep this between us, if you don't mind.
Let my kid open it. No, I can't. I just in the box. Oh, man. Mommy.
Oh, I know there's gonna be some fighting here.
You gotta deliver.
Dirty and bloody, Bernardo finally reached Lupino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Bernardo recognized the cards. It was Lupino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and his only daughter. That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
Did you wish you had
Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Renado's best friend in Sword Fu school. And you're still mad for her, the rabbit reminded him. They'd been close. She'd told him things no one else knew. But she'd never told him who she really was. She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the master spy. She won't give them up easily. She'll tell the interrogators, all right, said Lupino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
I'm doing all the good stuff so that would help the battle. But I'm not doing the Sky Ripper yet. Okay, guys? I'm gonna do that when I do all the stuff that would help. We need to get all the plans to the thing, to what the Ravens are doing, because she's the daughter of the Emperor. And we need to interrogate her.
Control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Would he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
This is better than doing the Sky Ripper one. That was hard, guys. So...
That time, boys! Called the lead Raven.
Darn it.
That's my delivery.
That was so close, man.
Mine.
Turn back around.
This is what it was like to die. Not nearly as much fun as they said.
Look at my chair. You don't have. You just have a toy.
Oh, I have my dash. I forgot that.
You're knocking the toy.
Darn it, I was going too fast with my dash.
Huh? A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
Sorry, delivery's gone. You gotta stop. You're sick today. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to take that
What's
walk.
this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lupino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lupino dressing as an old blind toad, and Renato hiding inside a monstrous watermelon. What could possibly go wrong? Thought Renato.
Hey, you want mayonnaise or mayonnaise and mustard?
Hey, and I want to get with me friends.
Hey, you want mayonnaise and mustard on yours or just mayonnaise?
No mustard, just mayonnaise.
Oh, this is going to be fun, set up his marvelous plan.
First, I need to get my health up.
Renato felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that. felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step, he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds, Peppino's idiotic plan worked. Zenobia's ravens ran off after the geese, the net dropped, and Renato jumped out of the watermelon and put his sword to Zenobia's throat. "Renato," she said, "are those new scars? They look good on you. You never returned my velvet jacket. It was my favorite. You look stupid in velvet. Oh, what does an imperial princess know about style? Oh, get a room, you two," said Lapino. But the fleet was coming on fast. So they put Zenobia on the Farfarer and took her east, over the Nexus. She'd vanished from Swordfu School, from his life, without even saying goodbye. Without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Ah, Lapina was right, Renato thought reluctantly. She knows things. She recognized his look. "You're taking me to the interrogators, aren't you?" she said, wide-eyed. And then she jumped, with horror. Renato saw Zenobia plummeting. Then he saw the Nexus below them. Cats always land on their feet. "Ah, she'll head for the Imperial outpost," yelled Lapino. "You have to catch her."
This game is so fun. This is called Stories the Path of Destiny. It's very fun. You need to try it out.
No!
No! Why'd you... Whatever.
What are you doing?
This is gonna be fun, guys.
Really? You gotta say what
Very
are you
fun.
Cats can run faster,
What are you
but foxes can run longer. If he ran, he could head her off before she reached her minions at the outpost. Well, he didn't like a good chase. Who needed bridges anyway?
I guess.
Want these Doritos your dad bought? Come on, Maggie.
Okay, that was a good combat report.
A chest that shiny deserved to be opened. was closing on her. He could smell her fear. He tried not to think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way. Maybe he could talk to her. But after all, there were worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his. Healing fruits were great, but you could never get the stains out.
That one.
South was terrific for barbecuing sausages and ravens.
You make it on your tablet and make it dead, Amy? I'm gonna make your tablet dead.
No.
Then get on it.
No, I don't want it yet.
Don't you want? Can you let us watch TV on TV?
No.
Let us watch.
You're not making my tablet dead. You're not.
I really I'm gonna make the tablet dead. Like how much on the cow?
Nanny.
On the cow. I'm gonna watch a video on the cow. You want me to make your tablet dead? Okay.
I won't. You're gonna make mine dead. Darn it. I hate this. This is hard, guys. Very hard for me. You don't know how hard it is. It's so hard.
Bernardo reached the outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him. Soon after, Zenobia limped up the path. When she realized he was already in front of her, she didn't even try to run. Oh, you left without saying goodbye. Again, he said, "Please, I'm enjoying this a little too much," she said, shaken. "Oh, spare us the chit-chat, would you?" said Lapino as he shackled her hands so she couldn't throw spells. She knows all his plans, all the way back to the Farfarer. Lapino nagged Bernardo about how the interrogators would pry all the intel out of Zenobia, how that would turn the tides in the imminent battle. All they had to do was take her to the rebel secret base. Bernardo didn't like to think about what the interrogators would do to her. Couldn't he just talk to her?
Well, I took a very short path.
Bernardo could see ravens everywhere, searching for the rebel base. They'd have to hide the Farfarer or go on foot, What if we get separated? Asked Lapino, for once thinking ahead. I'll draw you out to the base. Renato told Lapino. Renato?
I guess.
Don't do this, said Zenobia. We were friends once. We... Shut it, witch, or I'll shackle your mouth too, said Lapino. And then, a few moments later, they touched down.
I might play the whole game today, guys. I might.
The peas fell out. Falling off. It keeps falling off.
As Lapino pulled Zenobia off the Farfarer, Renato readied himself for the battle ahead. I'm sorry I nicked your jacket, she said. It's just... It's stupid, but... Then... Why didn't you ride? Why didn't you first speak? Oh, save the romantic nostalgia. Let's go! Shrieked Lapino. So Renato launched himself down the path to the secret base. Sharp? Check. Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check. What else do you need in a sword? Missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like he was at a reunion. He wasn't that good. Yet.
No, we haven't.
They caught their breath. It's beautiful, she said, looking at the ruins. This used to be the library of Ubar, he said. Before your father's ravens smashed it. Do we have to talk politics? She asked. That's not how I want to remember you, she said with an odd, wistful look at her face. She was as beautiful as she'd ever been, and as brave. Lapino huffed. They got back on the trail. build my castle, thought Bernardo. All my gates are going to open with buttons, and all the levers will drop rocks in your head.
They grow big and big and big and big. But not with this dog. Not with these dogs. This one's big. So he's gonna grow big like
The long
This is gonna be
stairs.
bad.
So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Darn it.
The goat. Take the goat across first, Bernardo thought. But it was too late. Ready to become faster, stronger, bolder. If only he could figure out which. As they made their way to the secret rebel base, Renata felt strange. Zenobia was his prisoner, yet somehow she felt more like an old friend. He wanted to tell her all his secrets. Suddenly, the ruins lit up with thousands of fireworks. There was a thunderous roar and dust rose. The caves were collapsing. The caves! You've been playing me? Bernardo said, and he stared at Zenobia. I'm sorry, she said. She seemed almost embarrassed. Then, everything went dark. When Bernardo came to, he had a terrible headache. Also, Zenobia's sword was at his throat. And her shackles were gone. So was Lupino. The terrible thing is, he said, I really have missed you. Now that we've destroyed the rebellion, would you consider becoming an advisor to the Emperor's daughter? I'm no one's servant. Everybody serves. Even if it's only destiny. I like to choose my own destinies, he said. The whole point of a destiny is you can't choose. Never mind, she said. Look, if I see you again, I'll have to kill you. He watched her ship soar away. He would see her again, he decided. Even if he had to fight his way across the entire fleet.
I like this game because you get to pick. I knew something would go bad after she jumped off the thing. But still,
the Imperial fleet,
let's get right into
this.
Chapter 5.
For only a moment, he thought about running. But heroes don't run, even when the world is against them. Even when their cause is hopeless, and their efforts futile, and pointless, and useless, and death painful and guaranteed. He's decided to stop thinking for a while. Hey. Hey, I'm a firefox, thought Renato. He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
I am going to open this with my scissors. I got new scissors from inside package. Yeah, I can find it, but I got Teeny Divine. Look, Mama, look, I got Teeny Divine.
Good to practice your moves, thought Renato. The future's in them. Hated warlocks. The way they could hurt you and you couldn't hurt them back. This was definitely better than pulling yourself up in a bucket. Renaro's arm was sore, his armor wet with raven blood. He was tired of death. But death was not yet tired of him. The rebels were losing. Badly. In some other universe, Renaro thought, he and Zenobia had left sword fu school together, taken other names, sailed off into the mists. But not this Zenobia, and not him. For him, there was nothing to do but forge ahead. Kill the Emperor and end this.
What do I do now? I don't know what to do. Do I like jump onto another one? I have to use my grappling hook. Stay here. Right time. So the kid is dead now because he didn't listen. I'm almost dead. Do they have boss battles or something like that?
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
All those battles though. I'm down, guys. Let's do this.
At last, he reached the Emperor's ship. Zenobia was there. "Why'd you have to come back?" she said. "Guess I'm just serving my destiny." He shrugged. "You don't even know what that word means," she said. "Do you ever wonder if things have been different all the time?" she said, and drew her sword. In the end, Bernardo lay bleeding out on the deck. Zenobia sat by his side, upset. "What are you so upset about?" he asked. "You wouldn't understand. Why didn't you tell me you were going to leave school? I was afraid you'd convince me not to." "I guess I'll have to buy you a drink in the halls of the Valiant then," he told her, and then he was gone. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. Zenobia still had feelings for him. He'd made bad choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game-changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lupino needed rescuing. Lupino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens? The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous. And so, Bernardo went ostrich hunting. Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis stone? Long hidden in a buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals? His trusty old sword was always a little better when he sharpened it.
A sandwich. Bridget.
The air here tasted bitter. The steps were too tall for a person. The entire place felt restless, like it had been vexed to nightmare under the dust, waiting for its hour to come around at last. Cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. And he hadn't come too late. Well, he always wanted to do that.
It's a double E.
Where Renato went next.
Family gaming YouTube video thing. Got him. Hey guys. We're doing some good damage.
Can I borrow that?
Yeah, let me have that for a second. Ah, darn it. That sword looks so cool. I'm glad I made that sword and I got the fire one too, which is very good. Okay, let's use this bad boy.
Come over here.
Alfalfa 3. Get it? Alfalfa. It's Alfalfa 3, man. Dad, did you know it's Alfalfa 3? It's Alfalfa 3, man. It's the best game in the world. Need to heal up a little. Hello, neighbor. I can dash through enemies now.
Is that your shield?
I like. If you just go through people, that does a lot of damage, man. It does a little damage.
The ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
I am the one that needs respect upon the street. You don't need a gun to get respect.
Imagine if you
Oh,
built a house on one of these things. Oh, that would be amazing. It would be like having a boat. It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. Who said that? It was the stone. Eager, thirsty. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Reynardo wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god, torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. "Not the core," said the stone anxiously. The stone bothered him. He hated being told what to do. Wasn't that why he joined the rebellion? Wasn't that why he'd refused to be a soldier? He'd agreed to come on board only if he could freelance. The stone felt a bit clingy. The sage Calaveras had told him where to find the Skyripper, a weapon capable of challenging the gods. Even without its armature, the core would still possess great power. He would go there. The moment he landed the Farfarer, Reynardo had a rare feeling of regret. It's not too late, he thought. He could turn around and sail for Zenobia's island. He frowned. Wait a minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Swordful School together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That she was the Emperor's daughter. No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone. Before it's too late. Ooh, sparkly, thought Reynardo. There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time. The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. "You're weak," whispered the stone. "The core will kill you." "Are you afraid of it?" "No, don't be ridiculous," it chuckled. But it's unstable. It will poison you if someone just carry it, and then if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically. Reynardo did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards. Going spectacularly well, thought Reynardo. As he approached the core, the stone became hysterical. "No! It's too much power. We will rip a hole in space and time." He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it? He had a sudden impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core. There was a rush of light. He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then he passed out. When Reynardo came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light. And it was silent. "I can't hear you," he sang out. And, "You?" It didn't answer. "Ha!" he said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind. He felt invincible. It was time to attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory. A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he? As the Farfarer sailed towards the Nexus, Reynardo wondered if the core had been created to silence the stone, or even to feed its hunger. Honestly, he didn't care. He felt terrific, and he appreciated the quiet inside his head. The Nexus was infested with ravens, but that didn't bother Reynardo. With each death, the converted stone in his gauntlets glowed brighter, and he felt stronger. Wow. He was getting a bit bloodthirsty, wasn't he? Well, he wasn't worried. He was a warrior. They're supposed to be bloodthirsty.
I think he's stronger now. Yes, he is. He is stronger. He is stronger. They increased his combo breaker. Yeah, stronger. And he's bloodthirsty. Which I don't care. I'll feed him. I'll feed him.
He'd once met a pirate captain. He used hooks to get around his ship. What was his name again? The core, absorbed in the stone, was doing its job perfectly. Bernardo could feel a little eldritch jolt every time he downed a raven, but then it flowed into the glowing stone the way water flows down a riverbed. It all felt perfectly natural, as if all his life, this was what he had been meant to do. There were stickers all over the platform for really hot lady foxes, with pictures and addresses and everything. I need more materials, thought Renato.
I only need 2 more swords, and I'm doing most of the missions.
Renato tore through the last remaining guards at the outpost like hot coffee through snow. There was a fire speaker towed here. He called the council speaker. He knew she would be thrilled. And she was. She wanted him to come back to base. They had plans to discuss, and a medal to give him. A large, golden medal. Great, said Renato. Let's talk about who else I can kill. Then the fire speaker croaked again.
Hello, Renato, he said. If you get sick of slaughtering second-rate birds in the Nexus, I'm waiting for you in the mountains.
Zenobia. She missed him. She loved him. Once she saw how awesome he'd become, maybe she'd join him. They'd kiss and... Well, if she did refuse for some reason, he was no match for him now. Zenobia was taunting him. No doubt she hoped to lure him into a trap. Well, he was nobody's sucker. especially not hers. He carried victory in his gauntlet. He would go where the council pointed him. As he set foot on the island, Renato felt energized, like when he was hunting or dancing. Then he smelt it, the stench of ravens. It was a good thing, too,